Hello, and welcome to the main page of the iRoofing application. All functionalities can be directly accessed right from here. We can instantly measure a roof at no cost. We have catalogs from all the major manufacturers automatically kept up to date. And we can take any of those materials, put them on the customer's own home with a roof simulator to show them what's going to look like. We can also sign a contract. And we have a customer database to keep this all organized for you, and an About Us section that will function as your presentation and pitch book. And we also replace all the logos in the application with your logos, so we'll provide a consistent branding experience. Also, you'll see everything in the application is geared towards helping you increase efficiency, so you can see more customers over the course of the day, close more with professional selling tools, and save money on roof measurements, which is where I'm going to start today. This will take us to a map of North America, and all I have to do is type in the address, and it'll zoom up into the property for me. And the first step is placing 2 fingers on the screen, rotating the house back and forth, and just straighten her on up so it's nice and easy to work with. It'll give us a nice straight diagram at the very end. And to perform my measurements, all I have to do is take my crosshairs and place them in the corner of each slope and mark them with that marker button near the bottom right. And I can quickly and easily plot out my roof. This is a very flexible tool. I can use this at any point in time. I can use this right when I pull up to the job. We also have a lot of roofing contractors who are very successful measuring these all out the night before. And that way they can roll from job to job with everything already prepared, and then spend all their time getting to know the homeowner, creating that relationship needed to close the sale. Also, everyone appreciates that this is unlimited and free with the application, so you can literally measure 1,000 roofs a day, and we would never charge you an extra penny. And one last section to finalize up. And you'll see there's some trees up at this top right-hand corner, but that's okay. I can place my horizontal and vertical crosshair lines on those 2 eaves and kind of triangulate where it has to come together. And also, after the fact, I can always tap and hold on any area and move that dot around to where I want it to go. So again, I remain in control of my measurements. And next up, I'm going to check out the house from the street, learn a little bit more about what's going on. And I can zoom in and move around the property. This is also where I start to estimate the pitch of the roof. And we give you all the imagery you would need to estimate that. In addition to the street view, we also have some angulated satellite photography of the property. And then we can rotate around and see it from 360 degrees in the air, from the north, south, east, and west, making sure we get into every section there. There's no ambiguity with what we're seeing. And we can see that one side is definitely steeper than the other. We can have as many different pitch factors on there as we want. So I'm going to label the steeper side of the roof as an 8/12 and the less steep as a 5. But again, we're in total control of our measurements, so if anything's different when we get out there, we can change it literally as we're walking up to the house. And next up, I'm just going to identify my different parts. Here's my ridges, here's my eaves, here's my rakes. And you'll see that they change up as I label them. And lastly, my valleys. And now I can generate my report, but also I have some accessories I can put onto the roof, such as ridge vents, ice and water, drip edge, and gutters. And the reason that these are separate accessories is that maybe not every section is getting a gutter, and just the areas that need extra water management. So it will total up those linears for me separately. And now I'm going to generate my report. And you're going to see I have everything I need on there, all of my logos, so this will look like a report prepared just for me and my company. And we have also all of our pitch breaks down for square footages. And our total squares at 23.12 squares, and the different waste factors we can use, 10%, 15, 18, and 20. Also have the linears for my extra accessories. And the second page is a color-coded measurement guide. A lot of roofers will use this right in front of the homeowner. It just looks like a lot more official than a hand sketch. No question where any of these numbers are coming from. And we have our linears added up for our ridge, hips, valleys, rakes, and eaves on the left-hand side. Third page is the square footage of each individual section of the roof. And no problem with that asterisk right there. You can see it's denoted down at the bottom of the page. Just didn't want to jumble anything up there, so it moved it down there. And then the last page is a pitch guide overview of the roof. And of course, we can print this, email it, put it in Dropbox or Google Drive. So we can do anything we want with a report. It's not like it's locked onto the iPad. Also, we have the unique ability to double check our accuracy with our scale verify ability. So when we get out to the property, if we want to double check our accuracy, all I have to do is tap on that button and then tap on, maybe we measured that 32-foot 1-inch eave line right from the ground and find out in real life it's 32 feet and 5 inches. Not a big difference, but a small one nonetheless. I plug that in, and not only will it change that one measurement line, you'll actually see it will recalibrate all of my measurements for me automatically. And all I had to do was put in that one measurement line, and I have an entirely new report ready and waiting for me to go. Also, I can measure from new construction plan sheets and also my own imagery, whether it comes from a drone or any website. I can import that right into iRoofing and measure pretty much as I just did now. And now we have our measurements, so we're going to talk to the homeowner. And you're going to see that I shift into the sales side of the application. And that's where we're going to go into the About Us. This is going to be all about your company, everything that makes you guys the best choice. And I can easily do a slideshow of here's all about our company, all of our equipment, crew, trucks, all of our certifications, maybe reviews on your company. Here's actually a review on iRoofing from the largest roofing contractor in Florida, thanking us for increasing their close ratios and their productivity. But you could have your own video testimonials in there and really make this much more engaging than just a stagnant pitch book in a binder. And now you have pictures of all the before and after of all the beautiful roofs you've done. And maybe solidify the roofing process itself, educate the homeowner, hey, this is a big undertaking that has to be done by a qualified roofing contractor. And then some more pictures of all the beautiful houses you guys have done. And now we're going to seamlessly shift into talking about manufacturers and their materials and products. These are all automatically kept up to date and sorted by your state. Anytime they put in a new color, new profile, it's all automatically added for you. And same thing if anything's discontinued. So nothing that you and your employees have to do to make sure that you're always up to date and have the local products and colors. You can also customize which manufacturers are shown. So if on the shingle side, maybe you mainly deal with ICO, Owens Corning, and GAF, I could hide all the other manufacturers, so that's all that shows up in the application. Again, customizing to your business. And then I have all the different colors above, all the different shapes. And when I tap on one of the product lines and profiles, I have all the different colors. I can tap and hold on any of the colors to get a large high-resolution view of the material. I can also see what it looks like on a stock photo of a house, but the real wow factor comes in a moment where we show the homeowner what it will look like on their own home. Also in this section, we have a bunch of technical information, ability to order a sample, and we can also place a material order directly to distribution. This will give you common materials that are typically ordered, and you can add your own into this section if you please. That way you can order any specialty regional products, insert them into your material order list, and you can also take out products that you never use so you can streamline it to your business. It'll automatically input your contractor information, and you can enter in job ID and purchase order numbers if you'd want to, but it's not required. Same thing with delivery address. And when you hit submit, it'll show you all distributors in your area, and you can choose the closest one if you want, or your preferred. And then this creates an email between you and whomever you want to send it to. And you have all the products and quantities neatly spelled out, even a picture of the product down there at the very bottom. So no chance for any miscommunication. And you always have a saved copy of this as well. So if they do ship the wrong product, you're always protected. And this is just an email between you and whomever you want to send it to. So if you want to send it to your favorite salesperson, you can easily type in their email address and it will save it. And now, back to my product lists. And as I'm going through all these colors, if the homeowner says, ooh, I really like that slate color, I could tap on one button and this will take me right to the roof simulator with this product already selected. And I could snap a photo of the house as I'm walking up to it if I wanted to. Or I could load in the Google Street View of the house I just measured. So without even going out there, I can be showing homeowners what products will look like on their roof. And now I'm just going to select the roof. And to put the materials on there, you see all I have to do is hit the corners. And it will start to populate those products on there for me. And just go around to every change in direction, just as I pretty much did with my measurements. And I can be very, very precise with my crosshair tool. And of course, when you're taking these pictures yourself, it's easiest to get a straight-on shot of the house. But we wanted to highlight that with all of our editing options, you can make any house seem very realistic. And continue going around the property, plotting it out. And you can plot out as much of the house as you want to. You can leave some of the house with the old material on that so they can compare. And of course now I want to change some of the sizes of the materials on there. Look a little bit large to me. And I can change the sizes of the material. I can also put a pitch factor on there so you can see the depth between the eave and the ridges. And now I can operate actually on each individual section. So if I wanted to change specifics on each particular one, I can easily do that. And I can tilt and rotate. Same thing for this next part. And now in a second, I'll be able to change up all the materials on the roof and select some new ones if I wanted to. By hitting product up at the top left-hand corner. And I have access to metal, shingle, siding, slate and shake, and tile. And by tapping on any of the material lines and any of the manufacturers, I can plug those products right up onto the roof by tapping on them. And I can switch and forth between different manufacturers, different lines, and even different materials completely. I can go from shingle to metal to tile. I can have multiple products up there at once. Go to some stone-coated metal. And then when I tap on each particular section, I could highlight just certain areas for those products to be put on so they can A/B different options side by side. And now homeowners are so visual these days, this will help take out all the guesswork of the sale, make sure that they feel comfortable moving forward. And on top of helping you close the sale faster, it'll also help you separate yourself from every other manufacturer that's out there, just because now you'll be able to show them what it looks like on their own home and personalize that process just for them. And now we're going to move forward and go to signing a contract. And this is your own contracts in the application with your own legal requirements. Customer's ready to sign. You can hit sign. And I can tap and hold. Sign right on the application. Tap and hold again, and I can type in information. And you can have as many different contracts as you want on here. One for re-roof, one for repairs, one for tile, metal, shingle. And choose the applicable one, and you can sign right on there. And now I can move everything around, and I can save it, print it, email it out. Everybody has a copy. I'm off on to the next sale. I've accomplished everything that I needed to do, had my measurements going in there, so I was prepared to make the sale. Went through my pitch book presentation and catalogs where they picked out 10 different colors, got them to pick one with the roof simulator. Now they've signed a contract, and all that's left is to keep this organized, and that's where our customer database comes into play. This will show you all of your customers as pins on a map. And what's nice about this is that not only is this a great organizational tool, because it will give you an instant overview of here's all my open leads, all my open estimates, ones that I've sold, in progress, and completed, but it's also a great sales tool because the number one question homeowners ask is, hey, have you guys done any jobs in the area? And really what they're wondering is, hey, are you guys established? Have you been around? This is a huge investment for me. And the best way to alleviate any of those concerns is, hey, look at all the jobs that I've done right around you. Here's one actually right around the corner from you. You may even remember driving by this house. And then you'll have everything that you've ever done with them right here at your fingertips, all their scheduled visits, all their property photos. So if, let's say, that was you were talking to a potential customer, you can show them the before and after pictures of that job that was right around the corner from them. Also, you have everything that you've ever done, all their chosen products, all their measurements, simulator photos, material orders, and contracts. So if they end up being a potential customer who calls up 2 months later, you can pick up that conversation right where you left off. Thank you for viewing the iRoofing overview presentation. For more information, please call us at 800-646-6270. Thank you so much.